one thing that may come to mind if someone was to reflect on their life is what happened to their childhood years. And it may be as though they've always been an adult. So instead of them being able to play, to have fun, to be carefree, and not to be overwhelmed with responsibilities, they may have had to act more like a parent during this time. And so they would have been overwhelmed with responsibilities. They would have had to have been there for their parent or their parents. They would have had to have looked after them to meet their needs and to, from day one, to be the responsible caregiver. And this would have stopped them from being able to just be a child. And now that they are an adult, they can see that once again they continue to play this role. And so in their relationships, they can be more like a parental figure than someone's equal. They can be overly responsible for their partner if they have one, or their friends. They can be lending them money. They can be always listening to their problems. And through being this way, it can mean that they will receive a lot of positive feedback. They can be seen as someone who is like the modern day Mother Teresa, someone who is very saintly. And so they will be often singing their praises. However, if someone needs help themselves, they may find that practically no one is there for them. And so they are going to spend a lot of time giving, but very little time receiving. And due to this, they can often feel as though they are running on empty, and they can often have moments where they feel exhausted. And this could take them out for a few days, a few weeks, and this could happen every now and then. But even if this was to happen, they could cover it up. So someone could get in touch and they could say that they're fine, and so they won't reach out for support and they won't reveal that they need support. And so they are going to hide their true self because they will act as though they are needless, so their needs and feelings will typically be covered up. And they will be like this selfless human being who has no needs, who is the ultimate caregiver, and who always has some time and some energy for someone else, but of course has very little, if any, time or energy for themselves. And so what they could really need right now is to have a break and to start putting themselves first. Because if they continue to live in this way, they could end up killing themselves. But the trouble is that because of how they were treated during their early years, and how they had to be there for their parents, and perhaps even their sibling or siblings, they can believe that there is something inherently wrong with their true self. So they can believe that if they were to reveal their needs and feelings, they would end up being rejected and abandoned, and their life would come to an end. So although what is taking place is not serving them, the alternative can be seen as being far worse. And this shows that although this stage of their life is over and they are now free to reveal who they are and to express their needs and feelings, they won't have truly moved on from this stage of their life. They will be estranged from themselves, and they will continue to play a role. And behind the role that they play, or the act that they play of being an adult, is likely to be a very underdeveloped child. So although they will act like an adult, they certainly won't feel like one. So if you can relate to this and you can see that you were parentified and you had to be an adult before you're even able to be a child, then you may need to reach out for external support, because the truth is your needs and feelings are not bad. There is nothing wrong with your true self. Having needs doesn't mean you are selfish, and through taking care of your needs, you will truly be able to be there for another. But if you don't do this, you're always going to be running on empty. You're not going to be the full version of you. So please don't suffer in silence, and do what you need to do to take care of your needs and to take care of yourself, because you deserve to have your needs met. If you would like to find out more about the services that I offer, please go to www.parentified.com. info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk or email me at info@oliverjrcooper.co.uk, and I'm looking forward to assisting you on your journey.